of billow as the wind blows by, stepping up with a large staff, as the figure seems to draw this gray-like energy from the air around you, a familiar gray energy, that as it pulls through, it strikes the ground, and you watch as this thin black line of energy just kind of streaks across the ground. Suddenly, all the rocks within 10 feet of it shoot to the center, being pulled out of heavy gravitational energy to the center, as these figures right here are also pulled in, the rocks crushing and pelting them, this line of gravitational tug jamming them for 100 feet out this way.
Yeah. I think it was the sewers. And there's a dash, right? The last
Is that where we saw the gray energy?
The dark orb. Remember, we kept thinking it was an orb of death.
Oh god, yeah, that's right. Oh my god. Are they all gonna die if we don't?
Both of these figures get crushed into themselves. Their body is suddenly folded into a sphere of bone and skin before they're just lumped to the ground, where bits of the stone and rock that were jammed into their bodies slightly come loose and tumble to the ground as the gravitational pull vanishes. The guards immediately rush in and, raising their crossbows, fill her chest with bolts. At which point you watch as she begins to lift up off the ground from the chains, and you see Essek, his hand out of his cloak, lifting her off the ground. And you see her kind of like, and blood pouring from the corners of her mouth, her eyes wide, as it kind of just looks to you.
I walk up to her and just stare into her eyes from 6 inches away. Oh! To Essek.
And you watch as her entire central torso crushes inward. The chains go taut, and you hear the metal bend as some of the chains begin to pull and break in places before she is dropped to the ground limply.
I'm going to look into Caleb's eyes as that was happening.
Scattering down the hallway as the bolt finds some part of the distant hallway.
I'll cast if I can.
What are you casting? You were readying it, so.
Yeah, I pull out a black marble and bring it into a circle, and I cast Gravity Sinkhole, a Dunemantic spell, above him at the ceiling to pull him up to the roof.
Okay.
How's Kaimi doing?
We're fast friends,
Constitution saving throw.
Yeah.
That's a 9.
Plan for it now.
So go ahead and roll your damage.
She's making white noise.
23.
Okay.
Force damage. And he's pulled towards
As
the
he's
center.
standing up, getting his spear, you see him go, and he like inhales, about to yell, and then suddenly, silently, without a word, gets pulled up into the ceiling. Now there is sound as his metal hits the stone above and cranks up. The actual metal is crushed inward. You watch as blood begins to just kind of flop out of the armor.
Goodness.
And then it hits the ground.
Don't worry about that. It's fine. You know what?
What happened?
I forgot we traveled with a stone cold murderer.
Able to, like, hold her.
What are you guys doing?
18.
Claw strength?
18 isn't enough.
Isn't enough?
Not helping.
That's okay. Second thing I'm going to do is smash a bag of gold dust across it, and before it goes all the way in, cast Immovable Object on the gem.
What? As all the tendrils tighten and pull, the threshold crest becomes a fixed point in space and time. And you watch as the tendrils are attempting to kind of pull and pull, and as it extends, it's unable to grasp the stone. It's just stuck just beyond its ability to connect.
Good job.
Say, ha ha, go to hell, dream people, and I will use my movement to turn and curl like a small baby monkey into the grip of Mama Monkey.
I forgot we traveled with a stone cold murderer.